D.
Il. Deal.
Say it again.
D. Il. Deal.
Good.
The power of literacy is undeniable. Former United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan is quoted as saying that literacy is a bridge from misery to hope, while renowned actor Morgan Freeman described it as a ladder out of poverty. The Ministry of Education in St. Lucia recognizes the power that literacy gives and has embarked on a major initiative to bridge the gap between students who are struggling with literacy and their peers, and to provide a ladder out of the despair that such struggles impose. We bring you the Cross-Age Tutoring Program. This literacy intervention program trains students who are struggling with literacy as literacy tutors or mentors, who in turn teach younger counterparts the literacy skills they have acquired. The partnerships may be between infant and primary school age students or primary and secondary school age students. It may be between schools or across grades within schools. Partnerships develop, friendships bloom, social skills flourish, and equally important, literacy learning takes place.
One sunny day, an old man went to plant some turnip seeds. Now let's move on to the next one. I want you to circle the ones you do not know and shade the ones you know. And I will read it for you after. Now there is 2 sentences. I will read them for you one by one. He took his fork out of the shed and dug a patch of his backyard garden. The next one. It was hard work. He dug until there were no weeds of big stones. Now I want you to draw the thing he took out of the shed.
It's an excellent program, a program that I would like to sell to all the other schools, primary, secondary schools, nationally.
The program on the whole is a very interesting one. To me, in my opinion, very successful with the group of students that are now involved with the program. And it is something I would recommend, especially for struggling readers.
It has been like an answer to a prayer, because I have seen boys who started off in the program and they were not at an acceptable level, but their interest in reading has peaked so much that it's amazing, the kinds of things that they now ask me to do with them in terms of reading.
I remember teaching students how to read.
When somebody call out the letter, if you have the letter, you take a dot and you put it on your card. My tutor teach me how to play bingo and how to read.
So every time I add the magic E, A says it's B. What are you going to tell the tutor?
When you.
Okay, let's go one at a time, then I'll go.
When you add the magic letter E, it says it's A.
Yes, and the E remains
Silent. 8. Tip. Read.
Children, what is this word? Well, it's mine, right?
Yes.
I add a little magic letter named E. And now you see the A, it says its name. So what is the word now?
Keep. Make. Hit. Kiss.
What?
Hit. Tip. Race.
Having a tutor makes a difference, because sometimes they relate more to the students than to the teachers. And like I said, the same students who right now are reading in CAT, when they come into my class now, they want to be the tutor and right now are helping others in the classroom.
So when I help a child do something, I get better at it.
I feel happy about it. I teach the children a little more about learning. The children loved it too.
When I was doing it, My mind was I was a real teacher.
I feel happy about being a tutor to help all the children.
It made me feel like I'm a real teacher to teach one day.
We are having some success stories at the school with some children who are not even able to blend, being able now to read fluently.
It was a beautiful day. Little Pink woke up at sunrise and rushed outside with his set of pins.
So you have to ensure that the person you're reading to listens to you and you read with excitement and you read so that they will be interested, so you don't just come reading. You won't just read. It was a beautiful day. Little Pink woke up at sunrise and so you read with excitement. It was a beautiful day. Little Pink woke up at sunrise and rushed outside with a set of pins. So as you read with excitement, the children, they're eager and they want to find out what's happening next, so they will listen to you attentively. So make sure you read with clarity, fluency, and with excitement. Do you get it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, I've seen some difference in some of the students in my group. Some of them are actually reading now with more fluency.
I have seen the benefits. They are better able to read their exams at the end of each term. The students were able to, again, read assignments, start doing research on their own, and with the spelling in particular. The reading, they're able to, where before they would hold back and not say, attempt to say the word. You could hear them sounding out the letters in the word and making attempts to say new words.
They are more confident in trying to read, and I would see them applying the skills that they are learning, such as segmenting and blending of words.
It helped me to learn how to read by every time I read in and I don't know the word, I will clap, make sounds of the letters which I remembered, and what we did to help us remember the sounds, I did it so I could make a word.
Some of my students are more confident. They are better able to tackle words. When you have to attack words, you see that level of confidence, and they try the words till they are able to get it. And I know they derive that confidence from the CATS program.
We have seen so many benefits, not just academics, but also especially students' self-esteem, the way they interact with each other, helping out, peer tutoring, and so many benefits that I'm hoping that all of St. Lucia would embrace this program.
Their self-esteem has developed in a sense that if they're anxious to go the following week, because 1 week we do the preparations, so they eager to go the following week to teach the tutees what they have learned. And there's a sense of cooperation within them too.
The reports are tremendous, based on testimonies from not just the teachers, but also the parents, the way that the students relate at home, the things that they do, the things that they see, their perception of the program, what they have learned. You've seen students even having that kind of leadership quality displayed in them. It's just so much that it would take me almost a day to outline the advantages of the program.
We seem to have more boys, and I mean, I lament that all the time. We seem to have more boys in the program, and it seems to be reaching our boys.
The benefit of it is very important to some those that cannot read, cannot pronounce a word, so it will give them a better view of reading, and I mean, improve on their reading skills. Before I could not even spell my name. Now that I can take up a book and read without stumbling at any words. Now I can make my family feel proud. Before I used to place in the 30s, and now I place top 10 in my class.
I've been in the program for 3 years, and at first I couldn't really read and make the sounds of the letters. Now I'm not feeling shy again to stand up to read to the class, and I wasn't placing, now I'm placing first, second in my class. And I find it really helped me that I could be proud to just pick up a book and start reading, and I could do better in my schoolwork. I could understand my exam and I could read and write the correct answer. What do you think is going on here?
We dancing.
What's really?
My mom is cool. She's more fun than she seems. She is different than me, but we make a good team.
Good. It really help you. It will help you in life, because if you cannot really read or choose the words, you can just make the letter sounds, and then you can get the word, and that you'll not be shy or you're not left out. Like everybody can read and you out, and you cannot do nothing.
One of the success stories I like to talk about is this little boy who could not even blend, and now he's reading so much that he's even able to read backwards.
We have a twin at the school during grade 1, and these students were quite reserved. It was so bad that at the beginning of the program, the teachers literally had to carry them physically into the room. They didn't want to go in. And right now, these children are excelling. They're not A students, but from where they were to where they're at, we're more than satisfied. The teachers are saying that even in class, they're helping others.
This student, he was just not only a struggling reader, but he had other issues, behavioral issues, and he could not identify his letter sounds. And you find right now, this child is presently in grade 4, and he can identify his letters. He comes to school almost every day, and there's tremendous improvement in his overall personality.
My parents were surprised because at first I wasn't reading and spelling and pronouncing the words. But when she sent me to it, she see a difference, a change, and she was very surprised and happy for me.
My parents told me that if the CATS program continue, I'll be stronger, and all I want to achieve in my schoolwork, I will achieve it by focusing on the CATS program.
My mother feel shocked because of the grades I've gotten for this term. They are better than what I had done from before and to now.
My mother say the program was good. Some things I didn't know, some words I didn't know how to spell, I get to know how to spell the words. My mother had like that for me.
The CATS program helps you to socialize, read, spell, and it helps you with your weaknesses, so you should do that program.
It takes a lot, but there are benefits to be derived from doing this program. The children blossom and their confidence rise to a level where they're able to work on their own. And that is initially what we want. We want the child to be independent, an independent reader. When you can see a child read to another one, and the sense of satisfaction that that child gleans from that, it's worth it.
In as much as there are challenges, in as much as you may have to disrupt classrooms to get the students out to work with each other. But I think not just that they're learning new skills, but to see them learning with their peers. That is, social skills and all the other skills we could think of. I would certainly recommend it.
This 4-year pilot program has certainly offered an option to educators in St. Lucia for meeting the needs of students struggling with literacy. Funding is not always a major concern if the schools can find creative ways of using the resources such as IT labs, internet, and books already available to them. Agencies such as Hands Across the Sea have supplied many local libraries with books that provide excellent contexts for applying new literacy skills. It is our sincere hope at the Ministry of Education that schools will consider implementing the cross-age tutoring program or some version of it that they design alongside other school-wide literacy interventions specifically designed to meet the needs of all students, but especially those who are struggling with literacy. growing literacy of the heart and mind cultivates the landscape of a child's future. The inculcating must begin now.
I like it because it's fun.